We are here at Imagery Estates in Sonoma Valley. This is our first time coming to this winery. Was introduced to this winery through my friend Kara. She is the art curator here at Imagery. Imagery prides themselves on working with artists to create pieces for the winery. They are showcased throughout the winery and selected to be put on all of the different bottles for each of the wines that they make. Let's go check out the artwork and the wines.
So what I would like to share with you is, first of all, welcome. All of our labels are original pieces of art, and we use the art for one vintage, for one variety. When the wine is gone, the art is retired. Now, this all happened because Mike Benziger is the oldest of 7 children. Joe is number 3, and those 2 boys were making wine at Benziger Family Winery. So the boys decide that they're going to break apart and they're going to go off and do their own thing. Before they do that, they go to a polo match. Now, knowing these 2 men, I don't know what they were doing at a polo match.
Drinking.
Mm-hmm. They must have had some tequila.
Gets you every time.
You know, it takes a lot of tequila to make good wine.
Yes.
I've been told. A fist fight between 2 other men break out. And the 2 men that break up the fist fight are going to be Joe Benziger and Bob Nugent, art professor of Sonoma State University. Bob gets the idea, why don't you use my art as the label for your bottles? So they took a piece of art and they used it for the 3 Chardonnays Joe made, and the world loved it. Then he gave it to Sonoma State students. They said, do a piece of art. If we like it, we're going to give you wine in exchange. One of the students, Tim McDowell, says, this structure is at Benziger, and it's been there since the 1800s. This is a good way to tie the 2 wineries together. We now have art coming in from all over the world, and every piece has to have the Parthenon.
Yeah.
They retired the same year. Kara took over from Bob, and Jamie Benziger is our winemaker. She's Joe's daughter. He pretty much took her out of the vineyard and said, I want you to be a winemaker. So we're on 2nd generation, but now we have the girls.
Yeah, we got the women.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
We're starting off with Brew, so this is going to be Chardonnay base and have a little bit of Pinot in it. If we could walk down here, there's a couple things I'd like to show you, and then we're going to drink more wine.
You have me walking in wine.
Site, there's about 100 original artworks, and that's either current or future releases.
Yeah.
The entire collection is over 700 artworks by over 450 artists. So it's a really big collection. I mean, they've been collecting art since the late 1920s.
Piece is Kara's favorite piece for the collection next year, and so that's going to be 23 white Burgundy. We have to stop here for a second because that was 23 white Burgundy. This is 21, and this is where I think you can start saying, oh yeah, blue seems to be a popular color for white Burgundy, but then look at how much pink is in that one. And this is our library, so you can see we don't make a lot of wine, and things don't stay here very long. And I know people have a hard time with World Winery. How did you sell out of something? Because it was so good, we did.
So you select the artwork, it goes on a bottle, and then once that bottle is sold out, or the next year is when it comes off the wall and it's...
Yes. Right. We get 30 to 35 new works every year, and we just don't have the space.
And what happens to it from there? Do y'all auction it? Do you?
We do. We have a wine club, and when you join it, you have the opportunity to auction off twice a year, anywhere from 4 to 6 artworks per auction. And all the proceeds go to Becoming Independent, which is a nonprofit organization in Sonoma County that helps adults with disabilities.
Aww.
So it's going towards a great cause.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
So this is April Midcalf, and she is from Phoenix, Arizona. She did this piece of art that is our white Burgundy. I think this is an absolutely gorgeous piece.
Absolutely.
And guests love to see the bottle and the art together, so I always think that's a fun thing to point out.
We try our hardest to have the label look as close to the original as possible.
Yeah.
it's nothing like seeing the original work of art.
Right.
And that's what encourages people to come into the tasting room and see the gallery, because they get to see the real works of art.
So what do you do to get the picture too? Do you just take a picture and then?
We have a professional photographer. We've been working with him for over 30 years. He photographs it, and then we work with the 8x10. We do our press checks at Paragon in Petaluma. We've been working with them at least 20 years, and they do a really good job of trying to match the high-resolution digital image to the wine label, and then I'm there to color correct it. Some it's right away, the first try it's perfect. Other times we do a couple tries to get the color to match.
This is our menu for today. Everything is now made by Jamie Benziger, who is Joe's second daughter. She is 2019 International Female Winemaker of the Year. 2020, she's one of the 40 under 40 female winemakers. She has so many accolades that I have to tell you, I can't even memorize all of them. When you get 10 awards in 1 week, it's kind of hard to remember where they all came from. I know, can you imagine 10 in 1 week? So we're going to start off with white Burgundy, as this is Joe Benziger's recipe. This is going to be 3 grapes coming from Sonoma County. So Chardonnay, Pinot Blanc, and Pinot Meunier.
I know pretty much nothing about art. I have a very engineering mind. It's very calculated, and art is literally the opposite. I mean, looking at this, especially for this white Burgundy, like the first thing that I saw is the blue at the top.
Yeah.
Makes me think of an airplane. Not that it probably had any intent to, but
Isn't that the best thing about art?
Yeah.
That you can literally interpret art however way you want. One of my main questions I get asked is, do you like every piece that you have curated? And my answer, honestly, is no.
No.
But I'm not collecting art for myself. I'm collecting art for the Imagery brand. I'm collecting art for our thousands of wine club members. I'm collecting art for the average person that just comes in here and sees the work.
Yep.
So my goal is that you might not like everything, but there's going to be something that you relate to.
So we're going to go on to Sangiovese. This is going to be the base of Chianti, so a nice Italian wine, very common. And I think what's interesting with this piece of art is when you look at it, it's artist interpretation. So you're not getting the whole Parthenon, you're getting part of the Parthenon. And I love that Kara gives artists that freedom to be able to do their work and to express themselves how they choose, but they're still getting the Parthenon in. This is going to be our Palace, and this is our flagship wine. This is a biodynamic Bordeaux blend, all off this property. If that's not enough to make this a very special wine, this is a replica of the original Parthenon that Bob Nugent drew. This is done in the Da Vinci style, so it's very minimalist. It is not etched. It is actually silk screened onto the bottle. So this is an elegant, beautiful wine. This is my special wine for birthdays, anniversaries, and holidays. I've been here literally since 1970. I am leaving Sonoma County. I don't think you knew this. I'm not gonna be here forever. I'm going to Sacramento because that's where my kids live. So I'm here for a little bit longer, but I thought I was gonna die here. To be honest, sorry, I'm gonna get emotional.
Oh.
I love my job, and I never thought I would leave my house or this job.
yeah. You're doing an amazing job, and I really appreciate it.
Thank you.
Yes.
Well, I'm having fun with you.
This is a lot of fun.
I just love my job. I don't have 2 days that are the same, and I don't think many people who work Saturday and Sunday could say, I don't mind getting up and coming to work because I know I'm gonna have a good day. I'm never gonna be a millionaire, but I'm gonna have a good day. You know?
Just a number.
It is, so thank you for coming, and cheers.
Finished our tour and our tasting here at Imagery Estate Winery. Sandy was absolutely fantastic as a host. She has been here for years, and you could really tell the passion behind why she's here at Imagery. We were lucky enough to sit with Kara, who curated all of the artwork that was here. We saw the artwork, we saw the art on the bottles, we had a great conversation, great time trying wines. Highly recommend Imagery Estate in Sonoma, California. Cheers.